the words I'm saying right now, you need to know something. Don't ever underestimate the power of your prayers, because they are incredibly powerful and effective before God's throne, as we are living testament to that. Because Emily prayed, and little by little, even with these fears and concerns, our hearts begin to change to the point where, long story, a little shorter, March of 2000, we found ourselves as a family in Changsha, China, in the Hunan province of China, in this little hotel room. And we're sitting there as a family, all 5 of us Chapmans, looking at each other going, how'd we get here? And then we all look at Emily. And then we hear voices coming down the hallway. And we hear someone say, they're here. And we walk out in the hallway. And this little 6.5-month-old baby girl is put in our arms. And in that instant, I looked at my wife, and in her eyes, it was a little hard to see because there were a lot of tears and red, puffy, swollen eyes, but I saw a look in her eyes that was miraculous. This look told me that this is our daughter. And she was saying to me, I would give my life for this child. This is my daughter. I don't know how to explain it, but something just happened in that instant. It was literally kind of like in that movie, The Grinch, you know. Not that my wife is at all like the Grinch, but just go with me here, you know, in her heart just kind of expanded, and our whole family's heart, all of us, we just kind of, our hearts grew to take in this incredible miracle that God was doing. And it's just been one amazing miracle after another. And I don't tell you that story tonight to simply say, boy, isn't that a nice thing the Chapmans did, and pat on the back or anything like that. But I tell you because I've come to understand some incredible things through this experience about God's Word, about the music that I sing even. And you know, so many times throughout the Bible, we read verses that say things like, care for those who are in need, care for the least of these, feed the hungry, clothe the naked, visit those in prison, care for orphans and widows. These kinds of things, I'm beginning to realize God's not checking off his to-do chore list for us on his refrigerator door, saying, okay, you did enough good things, I might, let you in heaven or throw a blessing your way. I really believe these kinds of verses in the Bible are incredible invitations. They're invitations from the God who made us, who knows us so well, saying, if you want to know me, if you really want to know what it is to have a live relationship with the one who made you, then come where I said you'd find me. Come to those who are suffering. Come to those who are the least of these. Go to those places outside of your comfort zone where you're going to have to act in faith and be my hands and my feet to the people I created that I love. And that's been our experience. It has profoundly affected our lives, and so much so that I actually wrote a song about it, and I want to sing this song for you. And as I sing this song, I kind of think of this as Shohana's song, and that's our daughter's name. And as I sing this song, one of the parts I like about it is I get to kind of show you my brag book. I get to show you a video that Shohana is in, and she's kind of the star of the video. But more than it being Shohana's song, tonight I really want to encourage you to think about the message of this song as our own story. Each of us here, every one of us in this room who have embraced, and better yet, been embraced by the gospel, the love of God, the grace of God. You've entered into a relationship with God. Well, you know what? Our story is this. We were hopeless. We were helpless. We were just like Shohana in that orphanage. And God came way farther than we went to China. God came through time and space, through eternity, to come and to find you and find me, and to take us into his heart and to say, I'll give you a hope, and I'll give you a future, and I'll give you a name. I'll give you my name, and I'll give you my love that not even death can take from you. That's our story. That's why we're here tonight to celebrate. That's what we have to live out loud for. That's what we have to celebrate tonight. And we need to be reminded of it. And then for some of us here tonight, our hope and prayer above all else is that if you've never known the love of God, if you've never been embraced by his love, and you've never allowed his love to take you into his heart, then our prayer is that tonight you would know that God is here, that this may be your adoption day, that he has come for you. This song says, when love takes you in, amazing, miraculous things happen. know you've heard the stories, but they all sound too good to be true. You've heard about a place called home, but there doesn't seem to be one for you. So one more night you cry yourself to sleep and drift off to a distant dream where love takes you in, and everything changes. A miracle starts with the beat of a heart when love takes you home. And says you belong here. The loneliness ends and a new life begins when love takes you in. And somewhere while you're sleeping, someone else is dreaming too, and counting down the days until they hold you close and say, I love you. And like the rain that falls into the sea, in a moment what has been is lost in what will be when love takes you in. Everything changes. A miracle starts with the beat of a heart, and this love will never let you go. There is nothing that will ever cause this love to lose its hold. When love takes you in, everything changes. A miracle starts with the beat of a heart when love takes you home and says you belong here. The loneliness ends and a new life begins when love takes you in. It takes you in for good. When love takes you